Hello, welcome tonight. Going to get started in a restorative-ish class. Go ahead and get comfortable. Either find your mat or a comfortable place on carpet or a chair, maybe your bed. Blocks are nice, maybe some towels. Whatever's right for you. I have the lights dimmed pretty low. That's a good way to start your class. Multicolor light, so pink, which is kind of a nice restorative color. Adjust this a little bit. Welcome. I'm going to go ahead and start tonight in child's pose, which is not a position I normally start in, but I feel like it tonight. So we're going to start knees wide. Start some music first. And just go ahead and surrender down when you're ready. Hands forward, forehead to the earth. And just relax and breathe. If this is too much for you, you can always bring a block or a towel under your forehead if you'd like. Whatever you need to just be comfortable and settle in and relax. We'll be here for a while. So if this is too much at any time, you can ease off of it, or you can just relax in whatever way you need. Start to breathe primarily through your nose. Nice slow inhales and exhales, maybe 5 to 7 counts on the inhale. Maybe hold it at the top for a count or two, and then exhale roughly the same 5 to 7 count. And then maybe hold the exhale at the end for a couple counts, and then repeat. This is a restorative-ish class or a yin-ish class. What I mean by that is it's a very deliberately gentle class. There's not a flow sequence to it. It's just a series of postures to help you stretch and relax and rejuvenate your body a bit. We will maybe end at the wall if you'd like, legs up the wall, something, what's it called? Inverted, that's the word I'm thinking of, to help you restore further. And as a reminder, it's your yoga practice. Do what's right for you. If you need more than what I'm teaching, feel free to make it more advanced. If you need something to be easier, go for it. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, just do your best. Don't worry about it. Just don't push yourself to pain or failure. Just relax and be in the moment and enjoy the practice as it comes to you. As you're settled into this child's pose, maybe by now you're starting to feel a little looser. Maybe your hips start to come a little bit more towards your feet. Maybe your hands want to reach a little bit further forward. And you're welcome to stay here or start to add a twist by walking your hands off the right side of your mat and settling down into your twisted child's pose, or you can just stay in normal child's pose. Do what's right for you. If you notice the surroundings here, we're in the middle of renovating our casita into sort of a yoga room for me and a dance room for my wife. We're not quite done, but it's usable enough that I'm enjoying practicing out here. Though I know a lot of people watching enjoy watching my son and dog run through the video in real time. Sometimes it's nice to just have some solitude and a place to go. If you're taking the twist, slowly inhale, walk through center, or maybe twist off to the other side. And continue to breathe and surrender. relax. As I said, this is a restorative class, so maybe set an intention for your practice around that, or maybe you just had a long day or week and need some calmness, relaxation. This type of class, we hold things for a while. Not all of them, but quite a few of them we hold for a while. And the goal is to just really get in there and get a nice stretch and give your body time to relax and let go. So we may do some of the same things we'll do in a faster paced vinyasa flow class, but we'll hold them quite a bit longer and more deliberately. Inhale, slowly walk forward. We're just going to surrender all the way to the earth. Your legs down long, make your hands like a T, and just surrender your forehead to your hands, your toes together, your heels out, and just relax for a few breaths. Just breathe. It's interesting how my yoga teaching has changed since the coronavirus started. When I used to teach at the gym, I would pretty much think through what I was going to teach every time. And not that it would always follow that pattern, but I was pretty just wanted to make sure I had a good idea of what I'd be teaching. And I would adapt it as I'd watch the class and see how they were doing and whatnot. But then teaching online, I just sometimes I have some ideas and other times I just come out here and do the class and I just figure out what's right based on what I'm feeling in the moment. And it's kind of nice. There are some very certain things you do before or after other things, but it's nice to just be able to be inspired to do what feels right for the moment. Go ahead and plant your feet flat and bring your forearms parallel. I want to sit here in Sphinx pose. Get a nice dull stretch on our low back. If your elbows are close to your body, that'll make it more intense. If they're further away, that'll make it easier. So this is easier. This is more intense. You could lift your knees by planting your feet, and you could lift your belly a little bit if you'd like, a little more intensity in the stretch. We won't be in this one for too long, maybe 30 seconds or so. Go ahead and relax. Catch your hands again like a T. We're going to bend our knees. And the closer your knees are together, the more challenging this is. The wider they are, the easier it is. So you're going to bend your knees and then reach one hand back to grab the outside ankle on that side and the other hand back to reach the outside ankle there. Inhale, just lower your head to the earth. And exhale, just gently kick and glide onto your solar plexus if you can. Inhale, let yourself roll down part way. Exhale, kick up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, kick up. And just do this breath a few more times. Normally we do this towards the end of a class, but I thought it'd be a nice way to start the sequence tonight. And then go ahead and bring your arms and legs out like a star. And then again, surrender, forehead towards the earth. On your hands, feet out wide. What I find sometimes is that I sort of end up forgetting to do something, or it always gets cut short when I run out of time. And so when that's the case, sometimes it's nice to start with something. So we're going to begin by bringing the right arm out to the side. I'm just going to roll onto the side for a moment. And you're going to bring that left foot behind you, and either your left hand can grab it, or both hands can grab it. I'm just going to do a bit of a quad and shoulder stretch at the same time. Maybe your shoulders relax more. We won't hold this for too long. If it's too much, you can always relax and not grab your feet with your hands. You can just plant your foot inside your leg if you'd like. And continue to breathe and relax. Then we're going to inhale slowly, roll back, and now bring that left knee out to the side for half frog. And plant your forearms. We're just going to kind of do a Sphinx Frog combo here. So this quad is roughly parallel to the front of your mat. Knees at the edge of your mat. Your lower leg and calf are straight. And your arms are kind of parallel like you're in a Sphinx pose. And maybe straighten that right leg. Maybe lift the right knee by planting your right foot. And just look down at the earth. Exhale, slowly relax. Both legs straight. Hands towards your forehead towards your hands. Toes in, ankles out, and relax and surrender. And then inhale, bring that left arm out to the side. And roll onto your side for a few breaths first. And then slowly bring that right foot behind you, and maybe you just grab it with your right hand, or maybe both hands grab it for a little more intensity. Try and keep your shoulders relaxed. Maybe your head comes back towards the earth. Don't strain your neck. Maybe kick a little bit into that leg if you'd like. And inhale, slowly release. And then bring that right leg out to the side for frog on the other side. And on your forearms for Sphinx with the frog. And just breathe and relax. And straighten the legs. Bring one arm up overhead, roll onto your side and onto your back. Straighten your arms, straighten your heels away from you. Imagine you're being pulled in opposite directions by your ankles and your wrists. Maybe lift one hand higher than the other and get a little more stretch in your shoulder blades and your shoulders. And gently bring your knees to your chest. One hand around each shin, and gently rock side to side. Maybe rotate your knees in a circle. And maybe rotate them in the other direction. And bring your feet up towards the sky and reach outside the edge of your feet for happy baby. And maybe gently rock side to side by trying to straighten one leg and the other more bent. And you bring the soles of your feet together for reclined butterfly. And then slowly surrender to the earth, to butterfly. If you have a block, you might choose from butterfly to lift your hips and rest your sacrum on the low edge of that block. Bring your shoulders back like you would in bridge. Palms face up. If you don't have a block, you can just lay flat on the earth. Or you could lift yourself up if you'd like, but it's a restorative class, so just let it surrender for the most part. If you have the block under you, go ahead and lift up with your hips and release it. And plant your feet, the edges of your mat, and gently windshield wiper your knees side to side. Return to neutral. Oh, it's going to turn that music down a little bit. 1 second. Then we're going to bring your right knee to your chest. Left leg straight, toes curled back, ankle towards the back of your mat. And then bring your knee outside your rib cage. And then maybe straighten that leg up high. Either bring your hands behind your hamstring if that feels right. Or if you can bring your pointer, middle finger, and thumb around your big toe while keeping your shoulders relaxed. Maybe straightening that leg most of the way or just part of the way. And start to bring that out to the right side. And you could keep holding onto the toe if that feels good, or you could release it and just slowly surrender. Just keep your glutes and your shoulders on the earth and bring that leg out to the side. If this is a bit much, you can bend that knee, or you can even place something under it if it doesn't want to quite come to the earth while keeping your glutes planted. And just breathe and relax. Bend that right knee. Slowly bring it towards your chest. Using your left hand, bring that knee over to the left side for a spinal twist. Keep that left leg straight. Right arm out to the side. Look towards that right hand. Keep your shoulders on the earth. And just try and relax that knee towards the side. If that's too much, you could bend your bottom knee for support. Or you could put a block under your knees if you need it. Whichever spinal twist is right for you. You're going to be here a couple minutes on each side. So you might want to grab a block or something to support you if that feels good. Or again, you can just rest on your knees if that feels right. And just continue to breathe and surrender. Maybe with each exhale, just twist a little bit deeper from your core. Continue your breath work. Relax. When you're ready, inhale, slowly bring your knees back to your chest. Bring them both towards you. Wrap your hands around your shins. And then extend the opposite leg down long. Might be your right knee, might be your left, depending on which way you did it. Bringing one knee towards your chest and then bring it outside your rib cage towards your armpit. You can keep it bent or you can straighten it. You can grab the back of your hamstring, interlacing your hands around it, or your fingers and thumb around your big toe, keeping the shoulder relaxed. And then whether your knee is bent or straight, you can bring it off to the side. It's a great place for a strap if you have it, but I always forget to bring my strap, so I never really teach it that way. You can go ahead and release your knee to the earth on the side if you'd like. And just continue to breathe and relax and surrender. And if you're ready, inhale, slowly bend your knee, bring it across, grab it with the opposite hand for a spinal twist. For many of you, that'll be your left foot to the left, to the right side, keeping that left shoulder planted, looking over your left hand. And again, you could stay here or you could stack your knees if that's what you need. Continue breathing. Continue surrendering into your twist. Sometimes you feel spinal twists in the most interesting places. I really feel mine in my glute tonight, which is not where I normally feel a spinal twist. Not sure what's going on there, but definitely releasing something here. That's good. Inhale, slowly return to center. Grab both knees to your chest, gently rock side to side. Bring one arm up overhead, roll onto your side. Slowly come to a seated posture. Oftentimes I start in seated. Tonight we're reaching that quite late in the practice, relatively speaking. Just going to inhale our arms up overhead. Exhale, release. Inhale overhead. Exhale, release nice and slow. Inhale overhead. And exhale, release. And shrug your shoulders a few times forward and back. And look down at your right shoulder and exhale, slowly rotate. And continue rotating and breathing, pausing anywhere where your neck wants to make Rice Krispie noises or where it's holding tension, and just breathe into it. And the slower you rotate, the more you'll get out of this, the more you'll deliberately activate and open and release areas of tension. After a few revolutions, pause and then switch directions. Continue to breathe. Now we're going to bring the soles of our feet together. If you have a block or two, you might want to grab them first, actually. We're going to do a forward fold with butterfly. And this could just be something as simple as folding forward a few inches. It doesn't have to be too much, but we are going to hold it for a few minutes. So what you might find is that if you've got towels or blankets or blocks, you could stack them and just surrender. And just continue to breathe. You might find your forehead goes all the way to your feet. That's totally fine. Mine's not going anywhere near that tonight. But you might find after a few moments that your body's ready to surrender a little bit more. Continue breathing. Inhale, slowly rise up. Straighten your legs. Maybe shake them out a little bit. Just check the time. Oh, we have a good amount of time. We got a sip of water as well. It's starting to get warmer in Arizona. All right, let's come to our hands and knees. We're just going to sort of rock side to side gently, or maybe forwards and backwards. And then we're going to inhale the right leg back and plant it on the earth and just rock Forward and backwards on your ankle, or actually on the ball of your foot, to open up your ankle, your heel, your Achilles and calf. And return it to neutral and the other side. Come back to hands and knees. And if you can, sit on your heels. If this is too much for you, you can just sit in a nice, comfortable, easy pose. It's totally fine. We're going to do some seated cat-cows and teeter totters. So just going to plant our hands on our shins or on our knees. Inhale, belly comes forward, chest comes forward, shoulder back, head forward. Exhale, round, straight at the bottom of the spine, working your way up towards your head. Inhale for cow. And exhale, round for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Turn to neutral. We're going to bring our hands to teeter-totter. So one facing you, one facing me. Inhale, one elbow up, the other down. Exhale, return to neutral. Get a nice strong grip, and this helps activate the sides of your neck, your wrists, your arms. And just inhale, one side up, the other down. Exhale to neutral, and just continue repeating side to side. And take a nice deliberate stop in the middle. So it's really up, down, neutral, up, down, neutral, up, down, neutral. One more time on each side. Return to neutral. Just shrug your shoulders around again, forward and back. And inhale your arms up overhead. And exhale, lean to your right. Maybe come onto your forearms. Maybe walk your hands way off to the side, but try to keep that both glutes planted. Maybe look under your arm, forward, or down at your hand off to the side. Inhale, slowly rise up, hands together, interlace your fingers, point upwards, and then exhale, release your left hand either to your forearm or to your fingertips, and then lean to the left. Inhale, slowly rise back up. Put your hands and sit on your bottom again. This time we're going to spread your feet out wide if you can, just as wide as is comfortable. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, and exhale, bring your arms up, and exhale, just fold forward very gently. Maybe you reach your toes, maybe you just come to your knees. Just surrender. And with each exhale, try to let your head fall a little bit closer to the earth. Maybe you're only folding a couple of inches. That's totally fine. Just gonna sit here a while, let our bodies surrender a bit. Inhale, slowly rise up. Come back to hands and knees. I'm going to inhale, bring your right leg behind you, and exhale, go ahead forward into a lunge. And just start here tall. Your hands are inside your foot for lizard or humble warrior. You can stay here. Bring your forearms towards the earth or onto a block. Or you can surrender into Bird of Paradise, my favorite, which involves heel toeing your right foot out to the side. Solely your foot stays flat on the earth. Right arm under your right leg for some support. Left foot, your left cheek on the earth facing the right. I'm planting it so I don't crunch my AirPods, as you've probably heard before. This may look impressive. It's actually pretty easy. It's mostly about trusting your body and surrendering into the posture. Whichever variation you're in, we're going to be here for a couple minutes. Just continue to breathe and relax. Maybe not a couple minutes, maybe a minute. I don't know. Whatever feels right to me. If it's too much, you're always welcome to come out of whatever posture you're in and relax. We'll slowly rise out of this. And we're going to come into half or full splits. So straighten that front leg. If that feels easy enough, you can bring it further forward. You might find comfort in putting a block or towel under your hamstring or under your hands. Maybe your forehead comes towards your knee, maybe it doesn't. Maybe you sit up tall instead, your hands on your hips. Maybe you fall, that's okay. Continue breathing. You won't be here too long. And go ahead and slowly come out of it. We'll save figure 4 for a moment. For now, we're going to come into a deer pose, which involves bringing your front shin parallel to the front of the mat, back shin back. I'm just going to sit here. So your left leg is pointed backwards, front right leg, shin is forward. Inhale your arms up overhead, and exhale, just fold forward as much as you can and surrender. Inhale, slowly walk up, and then lean off towards the left side of your mat, and just fold and surrender. Then inhale, slowly walk up, and just twist to the side towards your left leg. Twist towards the leg that's parallel to your mat. And exhale, release. Now from here, you can come into pigeon or you can come onto your back for figure four. If you want to come into pigeon, you can just slide that back leg straight. Your front shin's roughly where it should be, and start tall. If that feels good and your alignment's nice, your knee is outside your hip, you can start to slowly surrender forward. Maybe glide your arms further forward and your chest and forehead towards the earth. We'll be here a while, so you might want to put a block or a towel under your hip. If it's ever too much, you can always back off a little bit if that's right for you. Inhale, slowly rise up. Come back to hands and knees. Just rock your hips side to side. Maybe your hips come on to the earth, maybe they don't. And from hands and knees, bring your left leg behind you, parallel to the earth, toes pointed down. And exhale, bring it forward and just start in a high lizard for a bit. And then you're welcome to lower your forearms to the earth or explore the bird of paradise variation. Continue breathing, continue to relax. A few more breaths in this posture. And inhale, slowly come back up to high lizard. Straighten that front knee for half or full or splits. Maybe use those blocks or towels. Do what's right for you. Slowly rise up. Come into deer pose. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward first. Inhale, slowly walk yourself back up. And exhale, twist to the near side. Inhale, slowly walk up. And twist to the far side. Exhale, release. And then you can either come onto your back for figure four or explore pigeon, starting tall. And then surrendering down to the earth. As much or as little as you feels right for you today or tonight. And now slowly start to walk back up to hands and knees. Again, start to rotate your hips side to side. And maybe come forward and backwards a little bit. So check the clock again. All right. So about 10 minutes left. Maybe grab another sip of water if you need it. We're going to do some inversions and Shavasana options. So if you have a wall, you might want to move your mat towards it. If you don't have a wall and you have a block, that's great too. But if you have a wall available, what you want to do is get your hips right next to the wall seated, and just bring your legs up the wall. Your upper body's in Shavasana. Your lower body is just resting up. If you don't have a wall but you have a block, you could just from your mat, just come into bridge, place this block on low, under your sacrum, and bring your legs up and do a form of Shavasana this way. Now, if you have a cool yoga swing toy like I just got, then you can do an inversion that way, which I will do. I know no one has this at home, but if you magically for some reason do, then you could do an inversion as well. I'm just gonna have a little fun with this because I feel like it. But again, the goal is to get an inversion to reverse the blood flow. It's not feeling right. Hold on. As you're inverted, the goal is to switch the direction of the blood flow through your body. Let your body rejuvenate, relax. It's also a great way to help your kids fall asleep. They don't want to. When you've had enough of your inversion, you're welcome to take a more traditional Shavasana, or you could do supported fish pose if you'd like. Supported fish pose lets you use a block on low and medium. At the start of practice, you might do it on high, but you do it on low and medium at the end. One block parallel to your spine, one block under your head. I'll change the lighting in here because I'm a dork. Got all these new toys in the casita. I've got to use them, right? Let's see what we got here. I think a nice calming blue light might be nice to end the class. If you're in fish, block along your spine is just under your shoulder blades. And other than the fact that your head and back are supported, you're in a Shavasana position. And just continue to breathe. Palms face up. Shoulders relaxed. At some point, if you're in fish, you can roll to one side, remove the blocks, and join a traditional Shavasana. You could still have your legs up the wall. Do whatever you need most. I'm going to use legs up the wall with a block for my Shavasana, just because I didn't do enough of an inversion yet. The actual proper Shavasana with the yoga swing, you kind of lay flat in it like a cocoon. But I don't have time to set that up right now, so I'm just going to enjoy this.
Mom's watching you on her phone.
Thank you, Otto. Otto enjoys the yoga swing as well. Did you know I used that in my class today, Otto?
What?
I used the yoga swing in my class a little bit today.
I can barely see it.
Well, I had the camera at a different angle before. And just continue to relax and breathe.
Did you fix MD in the car?
Slowly start to bring life back to your hands and feet. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe windshield wiper your ankles and wrists side to side. Maybe rotate your wrists and ankles in one direction and the other. Gently bring your arms up overhead and your heels down low for one long stretch. And then bring your knees to your chest. Hands around your shins. And gently rock side to side. Otto, please wait. And bring one arm up overhead and roll to that side. Take a couple breaths on that side. And then inhale, slowly sit up. Maybe on the edge of a block. Inhale your arms up overhead, nice and slow. Exhale, release. Do this a couple more times with your own breath to close out your practice. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up one more time. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center and just reflect on how you feel now compared to just 1 hour ago. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Hope you found this restorative-ish practice, restorative. I bow to the light and sound and all of you. Namaste. All right. Thank you and have a good night. Bye.